Good evening, everybody. This is Parent Capital Investments. I got a video tonight. I want to talk about crypto. I'm going to just briefly talk about Ethereum and Bitcoin, but what I really want to talk about is crypto plays. That if what is going to happen with crypto right now is about to happen, what I think is about to happen, there's a bunch of crypto plays that I want to show you that I think you should be on high alert for. But firstly, I just want to say thank you guys for those of you that shared my video and liked my video, watched my video, subscribed to my channel through this last video that I did. I was absolutely just blown away. The video almost had like 500 views, and I'm just it blew my mind. I was so ecstatic about it. I couldn't believe it. So I really thank you guys for that. As usual, if you like the content, please like and subscribe and share the video. I greatly appreciate it. As you know, I do this kind of for free. I do this in my spare time, and I get a lot of joy out of just helping other people learn how to graph and chart and make money, really. And so I really appreciate you guys. First off, let me just read the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I say or mention is for educational purposes only. So it is up to you as a trader to do your due diligence and manage your own risks. And it is all on you to inquire your own risks. So, yeah, let's just go right into Ethereum and Bitcoin. Ethereum, right? Last week we talked about this. We talked about how we had tried to break through our channel here, and we continued to fail so many times that we ended up pushing back here. I believe this red candle here was the last time that we spoke in the last video, and as you can see, we tried to test that line one more time and ended up falling. And what we talked about was that we didn't want this to close a candle below the 8 MA, or we were going to have to try to fight above it. And that's exactly what happened here. We ended up closing that candle that night below this, and the following day, yesterday, we failed trying to get back over it. You can tell from just these wick candles of us trying to push through and failing. The good thing was that we also got pushed way down and came back up. And then today, finally, our green candle, we tried to test this line, failed, and got pushed way down. And then now later in the day, we finally started chipping away at this level. And I think it was like 3 hours or something that we were really trying to chip away at that 8 MA until it finally gave. And now here we are. We just crossed our trend line about, 15 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. We had been trying to fight at this level, and since our trend line is going up, back here it was like 36.10 that we were trying to get through. Right here we were at 36.29. So we were actually trying to fight that channel for probably a good hour, and now we have finally, the moment that we've all been waiting for, busted through it, and we are so close to this candle closing. We're about 2 hours out from this candle closing, so I don't want to get too excited yet about closing this candle above there. You can see that there definitely is some resistance here where it's trying to push us back up. I think we went to like what was it that we just went to? I think it was like 36.50 or something. 36.52 we just went to, and as you can see, it's pushed us a little bit back down. We're about $13 above the trend line, so anything's possible right now. What I would like to see, if we do come back under this trend line, what I would like to see is for us to close above the 8 MA. Now, anything is possible, so I don't want to say that there's no way we're going to come back to this, because we can tell from all our other candles here where that's a very real possibility. But I think finally, I have a feeling that we finally have broken this trend line. So we're gonna continue to watch it here for the next 2 hours and see where that goes. But that's the key thing that we are looking for. The first thing that we want to do is just make sure that we close above this 8 MA line, and then we would want a second day where we close above it. But in a very bullish scenario, crossing our fingers, what we would really like is to close above this trend line. So then our very next candle starts above that trend line. And then hopefully, if that happens, then tomorrow we get a second close above that trend line. It's possible that we could come back under it the following day. That's why we're managing our risk and we're really paying attention to this level, because we do not want to come back into the channel. But what I'm really looking for, other than just these candles, I want to stay above this and close a second one. But if we do that, or even if we came back into the channel and we traded above the 8 MA and say we traded up at an angle like this, the next thing that we would be looking for is our cross of the 21-day moving average above our 50-day moving average. When that happens, I believe when those two cross, I would say that the Halloween effect or the bull rally has really begun for cryptos, because then the stars would have basically aligned with Ethereum, and you'll see on the Bitcoin chart how we have already been in that channel and how Bitcoin is reacting to it as well. So that's what we're looking for. We want to continue. We want 2 days above this channel in an extra bullish scenario. As you can see, we're hitting 36.50 again right now. So I got a good feeling that we're going to get our first close above this. We failed so many times in the past week here. I think that we may have finally broke through this, and that puts all the plays that have to do with cryptocurrencies on high alert. And we're going to go into that after we talk about Bitcoin here. So let's see what's been going on with Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin, if you remember, we were talking about on this day, that was the day that we were talking about it, we were actually trading our second candle for confirmation above the trend line. You could maybe even have claimed this one, so this one could have even been a third candle. But we had failed back here. And what we were waiting for and watching for is we were watching for a retest of 55,000. What we wanted to make sure of was that we didn't close a daily candle underneath this channel. We didn't, because then we would be back in the channel trying to fight back up above it, right? But as you can see, what happened was we came into the channel and the buying pressure was so strong, pushed us right back above. And same thing happened today. Selling pressure, and we had a lot of buying pressure that pushed us right back out of the channel. So this is a very bullish scenario to me right now. So now we've got 4 candles above the channel. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow's candle we never touch this channel again. And like we were talking about on Ethereum, that we want the stars to align with our MAs, you can see Bitcoin has already done that. So now Bitcoin's in this rally mode, whether it trades sideways above the channel or we just start to begin to pick up momentum. And to me, it looks like we're beginning to pick up momentum. So at this point, if we close at the high of today, the next point that we're really looking for as far as Bitcoin would be our previous high of 64,900. That's where it looks like we're going to be going in the next coming weeks here. So with these going on, the plays that I'm really looking at are plays that have to do with something that have some sort of connection to crypto. Some of these, I'm not, and when we go over these, I'm not saying, hey, you need to go and buy these. I'm saying, you put these on a watch list and you manage your own risks. if you haven't watched the floor video, go watch the floor video. That's really going to help you figure out where to get in on some of these plays. So there's some that have already been going, and we're going to just talk about them right now because I believe that these are going to start reaching new heights. Mara hit a previous high of 57,000. They have crypto mining. So when Bitcoin and everything else is going, when cryptos are going, Mara is going to be running. I remember back in the day we were buying this between like 40 cents and like $1, and we went to that $57. Just an absolutely amazing move. Just an amazing move. And Mara, with Bitcoin and Ethereum going to new heights, Mara's going to be not too far behind it. Mara should be going to new heights as well. And we got Annie also doing crypto. And back when we were trading this, it was like $1.30. As you can see, we went to $12 just a couple weeks ago. And we've had these pullbacks. And as Bitcoin and everything's going, this is going to be another one. I think Mara is going to go to new heights. And I think Annie is going to come to where Mara is right now. That's what I think is going to happen. Well, definitely Annie is going to go to new heights. So if you were trading this, what would be good entries for you? You know, I'm not saying you need to go out and buy this, but I would be watching for either pullbacks to the 8 MA line or pullbacks to the 21-day moving average on the daily charts. And like I said, I mean, this is another one that just made an amazing move from back when, you know, we were looking at it back here where these lines are. Let's see here. Last one that we talked about in the previous video too was EPAS. Okay, so EPAS, I'm going to talk about this one a little bit more because EPAS to me is still in its infancy right now. We talked about this where it traded at 15 cents back when it was like under a penny, and it went to 15 cents. So this has some potential of making some monstrous moves from the current levels that we're at. You can see from back here, it made a move all the way up to 9 cents. And right now we're trading, you know, just a little above 2 cents right now. And they actually came out with some news today. Let's look at it real quick. Okay, so EPAS released some news where they are revolutionizing the real estate market. And now you can go to OTC Market, type in EPAS, find the news section, and you can read through this for yourself. I'm not going to read it for you. But essentially what they're doing is blockchain crypto tokens backed by real assets, which is real estate. So I believe that this is going to be the future of cryptocurrencies, is cryptos being backed by something physical and tangible. That's where I believe that crypto will eventually be going. So yeah, so they came out with this news today, right? And EPAS had a really nice shoot up. We'll do it on the Webull so it's easier for you guys to see. We had this really nice shoot up and actually just came back. We gapped up today from our previous conversation. We had this massive gap today. And what ended up happening is, you know, I was looking for a break of this 200-day moving average. That's what I was hoping was going to happen today, but it didn't. What actually happened is we had this huge push today. I think it was like 30-some%, you know. So myself, I set my price targets ahead of time, my sell orders ahead of time, so that way I don't kill momentum going up. And so I took some profits off of EPAS today, and then I actually added some right back when we came back down to the bottom here, back at the 21-day moving average. I started accumulating a little bit more again, because I do not believe that this is over, because ePAS also has the Ethereum subcontracts for buying, high ticket items. So I don't think this is done yet. Why did it sell like this? And in plain terms, it's because people didn't set their sell orders ahead of time. So when people don't set their sell orders ahead of time, and we get closer to the end of the day, people start to stack the ask price, and if nobody buys their shares, they begin to walk it down. They'll cancel their order and move it down to the next price. And essentially what they do is walk the price down like this, and you get these candles like that. You can see back in the past where they also did this back here. But nonetheless, even though those people, weren't very disciplined in their trading style, I believe that this is still going to make a monstrous move here. So what we're going to watch here, this is our floor line, which is actually trading with the 50-day moving average. So usually for me is I'll, each day I'll find what this line is, and I'll set a buy order there just in case we get some sort of big sell-off where we touch it and push right back up. Any pullback to this, we're going to get a push back up. So moving forward, this is a long hold for me, very long hold. I'm holding out for a very long time into the bull rally here for this. Definitely, I'll be taking profits along the way, but I'll be leaving some on the table and waiting for that 15-cent mark, because going into the future, I believe ePAS is going to surpass that 15-cent mark. It is what it is until it isn't, right? But for me, I believe that this is on track to hit that level again. So the next one, let's talk about AXA. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about what they just had come out today as well. And I don't think anybody's watching this right now. I don't think anybody's really got their eyes on AXA. So AXA announces new investor communications portal and strategy. Okay, so they had some news come out today. We can see the previous news back in September. 20 million revenue target for its 1 mile crypto exchange. So we know that they are in crypto, right? And with crypto moving, all crypto plays are going to be on high alert. Let's go. One thing that I like to do is I like to use Twitter also when I'm looking for stuff. So let's look up AXA right now and see what other people are saying about this, right? Well, here's the company right here. This is AXA, the company, real estate, private equity investments. And they're active on their Twitter. So definitely if you want to keep up to date with the things that they're saying about their company. But even just their tweet today makes me even more excited about where this could possibly go. Great fight today defending our ground. Thanks for all your support. Lots of new smart money asking questions, taking positions. We love you. About to test our MMC marketing. Lots of updates coming. 1 mile. 1 mile is the crypto exchange, correct? Right? That's what we just read. Bitcoin on fire. Let's do it. And here's their announcement of the portal strategy. What am I looking here? But let's pull up AXA here. On stock charts, this hit a previous high of 18 cents. And as you can see on our chart here, we hit the 50-day moving average. Let's pull it up on Webull. Yeah, look at that. That's amazing. 18 cents from under a penny on this one, just like ePAS, under a penny to 18 cents. And right now we're trading at just under 3 cents. Here's the 50-day moving average, and as you can see, we came down, we kissed that, we pushed down below it, and immediately this got ate up. So if you're looking to enter this, I would say any pullbacks to this 50 MA is probably going to be an add, because we can see that there is definitely some buying support. When this drops below, people are there to scoop it up. Somebody really wants it. So I just started adding this today when this had this big pullback. This was my first add on AXA, and we're going to continue to watch this going into the bull rally here. Pull up on the weekly just for perspective. We're trading above the 8 MA line. We're really crunching with the 8 and the 21, and what I'm expecting to see in the coming weeks is this 8-day moving average to begin to creep up and cross all the MA lines, and which I believe is then going to send us, just like when they lined up here, is going to send us into another bull run along with cryptos. And one thing, just for risk management, if we were to just look at this, our risk of, let's say it broke below that, what would our risk be? Well, we know that looking at this chart, it never closed underneath the 200-day moving average, which it represents about 0.019 cents. And right now it's trading at 0.027, right? So worst case scenario is that we would come back to somewhere along here. That would be a bearish signal, but right now I don't believe that we're in a bearish thing. But I'm just pointing that out, that this has very low risk to it, right? It hasn't traded below that 200-day moving average since Christmas of last year. Okay, so I think this is a very good opportunity, and especially with cryptos on high alert, I think this is one that we really need to be looking for. These plays that are at the bottom, they're trading really low, but they have this huge potential of going to astronomical prices, I think are the ones that we really should be paying attention to, because I think these are the ones that when they get found, when people start figuring out that Bitcoin is running and cryptos are running, they're going to start looking for all the crypto plays. And right now, nobody's buying them, you know, other than the people who know what they own. The traders that just trade on volume and day traders and things like that, they're not really watching these plays yet. They don't come into play until we start the run. And what we're trying to do is get in before the run. So the next one, and this is the last one, and this is my number one. This is my number one. This is the one that I'm most excited about. And we talked about this on the last video, was GRNQ, right? So I started accumulating this. Let's go to the daily. I started to accumulate this at about 66 cents. Right now it's at 75 cents. Today we had a pullback to the 8 MA, and I added, and now you can see that we've actually crossed the 50 MA, and the 8 MA is coming right behind it, following alongside us. We've got this big swoop here. The most recent high was $1.59, but before that, we actually went to $4.15. Now, this is one of those plays that I don't think anybody's looking at. You know, when Mara was 40 cents, nobody wanted Mara. Nobody wanted Mara until it started hitting about $2. Then people started to jump on Mara. And now, even now, people looking at it, and same with any. Nobody wanted it when it was under $2, but everybody wanted it when it was over $5. Right now, GRNQ, the same scenario seems to be pointing out to me, that played along with those plays as well, is that nobody's looking at GRNQ. Nobody's looking at it. Right now, we're getting in before the crowd. But when this hits $2, people are going to be flocking to this. It's going to set off people's scanners. So what we're really watching for is just this accumulation. Any pullbacks is an add for me. And I'll be taking profits along the way. Just like in the next video I make, we'll be talking about the rule of 3 and I'll talk to you about taking profits and how to do that, setting your PPMs and doing all that kind of stuff. But right now, GRNQ is my number one. It's my favorite. It's still just trading just beautifully here. We're about to make a second day close above that 50 MA. That's what I'm watching for, is a second close above that. And right now we're getting in before the crowd. I got a feeling that this is going to be big, and I'm going to show you why. Back in May, GRNQ had updates of for shareholders on their NFT investment. Okay, so we know just from their shareholders update is that GRNQ is involved in NFTs, right? And we know that NFTs is a real hot commodity. When NFT stuff goes, it goes big. Right here, GRNQ bought this exclusive series of 7,700 NFTs for $16 million and paid one Ethereum coin each at the price of $2,100. One Ethereum has now appreciated to 4,164, giving the company a mark-to-market profit of 15 million, almost 16 million, right? One of GRNQ's primary business focuses is blockchain and fintech, right? So just reading about the shareholders update, this is back in May. This should be something that's trading really high right now. So why isn't it? I believe that nobody's seeing this. Nobody's watching this. Everybody forgot about this. So we know that they're in the blockchain. We know that they're in the crypto. We know that they're in the NFT just from this one article right here. Yeah, let's go back to Webull. All right. And then on the weekly, we switch to the weekly just for perspective, right? We got these three nice weekly candles, and we just broke through. You can see last week we tried to get above that 8 MA on the weekly, and we didn't get through it. We were knocking on the door, but we didn't get through it. But this week, we're above it. We've gotten through. We're above it. So this week, I'm watching for this green candle on the weekly. This week, closes Sunday night. I'm looking for this to close green above that 8 MA. And then the following week, we're going to look for a second one. And I think by then, by the time we close that second one, I think people are going to start finding this. Now, I'm not saying you should just go heavy in this and expect a $57 return for each share that you have. You got to manage your own risks on this. You got to take profits. You can't be greedy. The greedy person is the one that gets stuck holding all the bags. And then you stand there wishing that you would have sold some at $2, because it went to $2.50, and then you didn't sell anything. So just don't let that be you. Don't be the greedy guy. Make sure that you're taking profits along the way, and then there's always another stock to go into. There's always another play. So this is the end of the list. I hope this is really helpful for you guys. Definitely put these on your watch list. Watch these charts. Set up your charts, something similar or whatever works for you guys. But again, I appreciate you guys watching this video. And again, I'm just overwhelmed by the support that I got in the last video. So if you guys really enjoyed this, my heart is always to produce quality content for you guys and to help the next trader become profitable, because that's my heart, is that I just want people to win, and I understand that some people got to lose in order for some of us to win. But if you're tuning into this video, lucky you, because you're one of the ones that I'm trying to help win above the others. Okay, so I appreciate your support. Again, please like, subscribe, and share the video. And again, we'll talk again later. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.